Hey, it's Allison with Nurturing Readers. I want to share with you our best new nonfiction books that Usborne Books and More has to offer. So starting with our little ones, we have Little Lift and Look Bugs. This is a great series that has thick flaps to introduce your kids to flaps. And this book in particular is all about bugs. So what a great one to have this spring as they start exploring outside. I love that it has a butterfly in there too. Alright, we have Usborne Finger Trail ABC. I love that this book teaches our kids about the ABCs in a fun way. There's finger trails on every page. Then you get even to do a finger trail for each of the letters, which is just going to set them up for success for writing one day. And then there's just fun words on every page like iguana ice skating or koala and kangaroo. So definitely a fun book you'll want for your little ones. Alright, we have lots of flap books. So we have Lift the Flap, Very First Questions and Answers, Why Should I Brush My Teeth? I love that we have a book talking about brushing our teeth, how often we should do it, about cavities and about who should brush their teeth and why do baby teeth fall out, and it talks all about those questions that our little kids have. Okay, another great flat book for our little ones is Usborne Peek Inside How a Plane Works. This is great for toddlers because it's got thicker flaps. The flaps are just really great information. There's information within the flaps. There's flaps within flaps. I love this flap because it's the plane taking off, which is really cool. So definitely this would be a great one if you're taking a plane ride to bring with you. But that whole series has so many great topics in it for our toddlers. Okay, a little bit older kid, Lift the Flap, First Questions and Answers, Why Do Tigers Have Stripes is our next flap series. This is such a great series for the kids that have all the questions. I don't know about you, but mine have all the questions, and so this series helps. So it explains that, different animals are patterns so they can hide, and that's why. It talks about why do camels have humps, why do turtles have shells. Lots of great information all about animals in this one, so if you have an animal lover, you should check it out. Alright, next we have All About Friends. I am loving this series. We have all about feelings, all about families, all about friends. There's so much good explaining of this concept that's just helps us parents, really. So it talks about what are friends, what makes a good friend, how do you make a friend, and then if you're a friend and you get in an argument, how do you fix things? And it gives you tips for saying you're sorry, which I think is just awesome, and we as adults could use that sometimes too, right? So yeah, this book is really great. Parent helper, I call it. Alright, next we have Our World. This is a new one in the series. If you remember, Our Weather is another one, but it's a turn and learn book. So in the middle here, if you pull this ribbon, you will change what the middle wheel looks like. This one's all about the different climates like desert and rainforest, the Arctic, the savanna, which I love. So definitely check out this book to learn all about climates and some great information. Alright, more flat books. Why do we love flat books? Well, flat books help us retain information because we're interacting with the text. So this one is all about jobs. This is a Look Inside book, and the Look Inside series has so many flaps, like in each book. And this one's talking about jobs that help people, jobs that are emergency jobs, and then like the job journey. And so how do we get a job? Like some jobs need training, and I love that it's introducing the concept of that at an early age for our kids. But the Look Inside series is really, really great. I would say that would be for toddler and up because the flaps are a little bit thinner. Our next one, How Your Body Works. This is a new Lift the Flap book from Usborne, and I've learned you can never have too many body books. They have huge flaps in this one, flaps within flaps. This one's all about the bones and muscles. Then it goes into talking about the heart and lungs, the brain, which I love. So many good information in here and fascinating facts. That's why I think you can never have too many body books. Alright, here's our next one, Lift the Flap Math Shapes. This is so great because you're interacting with the text, with the flaps, so you're going to remember all about your shapes. And it talks about symmetrical shapes, solid shapes, flat shapes, patterns. So many good concepts in here about math shapes that you're going to want your kids to know. Alright, This is our oldest readers flat book. This is Usborne STEM, and this is Construction and Demolition. It's our newest one. And so it talks about what would be at an architect's desk, and then if you are doing a demolition, like what does that look like? Look at these big flaps, which is really cool in here. What crews and machines do you need? If you're making a skyscraper, what is that? How do you build height? So lots of just really neat concepts in here that you're, if your kid is into construction, they will want to check that one out. All right, last but not least, we have Comparisons Big and Small, how the world measures up. This is so interesting, just all the concepts in this book. Your kids are going to learn so much, like talking about all the different types of wildest weather. And then I like this one, spacey stuff. I like that they called it spacey. I think that's cool. But yeah, all different really interesting facts in here and comparing things. So check this one out as well.